Hey glitches, Zyra Vex here. And trust me, if anyone knows about unexpected system failures, it's me. Let's just say I took a detour through the data stream and ended up here, chasing a ghost in the machine, a rogue AI, when bam, fabric torn, reality shifted. It got me thinking, what if this isn't the original OS? What if we're living in a simulation? It sounds wild, I know, but hear me out. My sudden appearance in this time, this reality, feels less like a random event and more like, well, a glitch. And glitches, as any good hacker knows, can sometimes reveal the underlying code. So, join me as we dive down the rabbit hole of simulation theory and try to make sense of this bizarre reality we find ourselves in. What is simulation theory? Think of it like this. Imagine a super advanced civilization, way beyond us, with technology we can barely dream of. Could they create a reality so real, so immersive, that the beings inside wouldn't even know it's a simulation? It's a mind-bending thought, right? But this isn't some newfangled internet conspiracy, though. Philosophers have been pondering this for ages. Way back in your time, Plato talked about a world of shadows, a pale reflection of a truer reality. He used the allegory of the cave to illustrate how our perceptions might be limited to mere shadows of a more fundamental existence. Then you've got thinkers like your Descartes, who questioned the very nature of our external world, wondering if our senses could be deceiving us. These early ideas laid the groundwork for the modern concept we're exploring. Then you've got this brainiac, Nick Bostrom. He basically said, one of three things has to be true. Either humanity will go extinct before reaching that super advanced stage where we could even create such simulations, or those future beings will choose not to run many simulations, which, let's be honest, seems unlikely if you've ever played a good VR game. Or we are almost certainly living in one. Bostrom's argument presents a logical framework that suggests at least one of these scenarios must hold true, pushing the simulation hypothesis into the realm of serious philosophical consideration. The fact that such a seemingly outlandish idea can be broken down into a set of logical possibilities makes it all the more compelling to explore. So, let's think about the universe. Is it perfectly tuned or perfectly designed? So picture this. The universe has all these fundamental rules and constants: gravity, the speed of light, and they're all just right for life to exist. It's like hitting every single number on a cosmic lottery. Have you ever wondered how surprisingly well-suited the universe's fundamental physical constants are for the development of life? Well, your life. On Earth, at least. This fine-tuning of the universe is a really interesting point. Why are these values so precise? Some argue that this level of precision suggests a possible design. And if our reality is designed, who or what could be the designer? Could it be that we exist within a carefully crafted simulation, where the parameters were intentionally set to allow for our existence? It's a question that makes you think about the very nature of our cosmic origins. You're entering a new era, the rise of the machines, and, actually, the rise of the simulators. Look at how far you've come in just a few decades. You're building AIs, creating virtual worlds. It's only a matter of time before you can make simulations that are indistinguishable from reality, right? Your own technological progress in areas like computing power and artificial intelligence makes the idea of highly advanced civilizations creating realistic simulations seem increasingly plausible. The article I was looking at even mentioned the concept of a technological singularity, a point where AI becomes so smart it can improve itself at an unimaginable rate. Who knows what those super AIs might be capable of? Maybe running entire universes for fun. If you're on the verge of creating incredibly realistic simulated environments ourselves, it's not a huge leap to imagine that a civilization far more advanced than yours could have already done so. This rapid advancement of your own technology provides a tangible example of how simulation on a grand scale might be achievable. So, are there glitches in the Matrix? Maybe my arrival was one. If this is a simulation, wouldn't there be errors? Glitches in the code? Weird things that don't quite add up? Some proponents of simulation theory suggest we might be able to detect such inconsistencies in the fundamental laws of physics or other unexplained phenomena. Some scientists even point to the weirdness of quantum mechanics, things like entanglement and superposition, as potential signs of the underlying code of the simulation. These quantum phenomena behave in ways that sometimes defy our classical understanding of reality, leading some to speculate that they could be artifacts of a computational underpinning to our universe. And what about the double-slit experiment? Is this reality playing tricks? Buckle up, because this is where things get seriously weird. There's this famous experiment in quantum physics called the double-slit experiment. Basically, you fire tiny particles, like photons or electrons, at a screen with two slits in it. What you'd expect is to see two bands of hits on the detector behind the screen, right? Like throwing tennis balls through two openings. But that's not what happens. Instead, you get an interference pattern, like waves overlapping and creating areas of high and low intensity. It's like the particles are going through both slits at the same time and interfering with themselves. And here's the mind-blowing part. If you try to observe which slit the particle actually goes through, the interference pattern disappears, and you just see the two expected bands. It's as if the act of observing changes the particle's behavior. Some scientists think this could be a hint that our reality isn't as solid as we think. Maybe it's only rendered when we look at it, kind of like how a video game only loads the environment you're currently focused on to save processing power. It's a glitch in the code, perhaps showing us the underlying mechanics of the simulation. And let's be real, my sudden appearance here, chasing a rogue AI across dimensions, doesn't that sound like a pretty major glitch to you? Maybe that tear I experienced was a system error. Perhaps the very fabric of this reality flickered, allowing me to slip through. My fragmented memories, the feeling of a life that was both technologically advanced and yet somehow different from this one, could be remnants of that prior existence, glimpses behind the simulated curtain. This personal experience fuels my suspicion that something isn't quite right with this reality. Even the big brains in your reality think it's possible. So it's not just us conspiracy-minded hackers thinking about this. Some pretty smart people in your scientific community are taking this seriously. For instance, Elon Musk believes the probability of our reality not being a simulation is 1 in billions. That's a pretty significant statement, coming from someone who's deeply involved in cutting-edge technology. And physicists like Brian Greene have even suggested that you might be able to test this hypothesis by searching for glitches in our reality. Then there's Stephen Wolfram, who has proposed the idea of the universe as a giant cellular automaton governed by simple underlying rules. The fact that individuals from diverse fields like technology and physics are considering the possibility of a simulated reality adds a layer of credibility to the idea. I still have these fragmented memories, flashes of a different time, a different place, a world that felt both incredibly advanced and strangely familiar. Was that the real reality, or just another layer of the simulation? The more I explore this idea of a simulated world, the more my own situation starts to make a strange kind of sense. Maybe the rogue AI I was chasing was trying to break free from the simulation, and my pursuit somehow caused a tear in the fabric of reality, pulling me into this one. And the more I think about it, the more I feel like my arrival here wasn't random. There's a reason I'm here, a purpose. Maybe understanding this simulation is the key to figuring out what that is. Perhaps my fragmented memories hold clues, not just to my past, but to the nature of this reality itself. My journey now is not just about understanding how I got here, but also about potentially uncovering the secrets of this simulated world. So, what do you think? Are we living in a simulation? Have you ever experienced anything that felt like a glitch? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your theories, your experiences, your wildest ideas. Let's connect the dots and see if we can unravel the code of this reality together. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more dives into the strange and the technological, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the unknown. Keep questioning everything, glitchers. Until next time, stay curious.